The story of this little Honda ATC 70. And where I work, I was always bringing in projects, and the lady down the street had a child that was like a 6-year-old or something, maybe 8. And they buy them this, or they got it from their relatives. It was an ATC 70. It was all rusted and everything. And she wants it fixed up. So I tell her the price list of everything. And I says, you're going to stick like $700 into this little toy. She was, okay, that's all right. Well, after sandblasting the whole thing, painting it red, getting a new seat cover, new bearings, new chains, then the engine tore all apart, and my buddy had a shop, and he did a 3-angle valve job on these little, on a Honda 70, the valves are only like a dime. And he did a 3-angle valve job, and I ported it. The intake manifold was the size of my little finger, and I just used emery cloth, you know, I just cleared up all the slag in there. And when I went to go fire it up, it was a pull start. It didn't want to idle very good, and it didn't get enough gas. So here at work, we had all these drill bits, and I remember I had to go to 17 thousandths of a drill bit. They didn't make jets for it either, yeah. So I kept drilling out, and then it got too big. So I had to solder up the jets. There was one, you know, for idle and one for high speed. Solder them up and then drill them out. Well, the thing really worked great, and the exhaust was all rotted, so I just took that off and just made a long stinger, so it was kind of loud. In fact, I was sick of it after. I would try to sleep late at night or late in the morning, and the kid would be riding that thing around in the morning, and I'd have to hear that thing. But it was fine with my weight on it. But when this little kid got on it, there wasn't enough resistance with that automatic clutch, and it idled like blah, 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 and would just take him, you know, it would take off. So I had to hold the brake on in order for it to, you know, have the little kid ride. So he sees it, and it's all done, and the people had this yard, and I got done explaining to him that when you ride and stay away from the trees because the back end is wider. And he goes blasting down the yard, and it's all bumpy and everything. There's really no suspension on it except these juicy tires. And what does he do? Exactly what I told him not to do. He was next to a tree, and bam, the left rear wheel catches this tree and just flips this kid up in the air, and ass over tea kettle. I thought he was paralyzed the way this kid flew and landed on his neck, you know, and tumbled and rolled. And he gets up and he goes, I know, it's just like riding a horse. You gotta get right back up in the saddle. And I go, good kid, you know, he was tough enough to get back on it, and he rode it again.